forced me to work in an anthropology department, to study in anthropology department. And even when I was in my department, there are a couple of supervisors. Every time I want to show my interest to work on the hijra, they say, no, you can work on feminist issue. You are not supposed to do that. Just stay away. So I cannot make it. So every time, whenever I try, I've been rejected when I was in Bangladesh. However, this is a story. That story gives me the passion, the reason, the passion of my research. Now move on to my research topic. It's really very important that why I am saying that particular community, why I am saying this is ungoverned and governed body. And before I move on, I must say one thing which is very important. My basic research question was that who is hijra? How one can become a hijra? Who is hijra and how one can become a hijra? That's the basic research question, the primary research question. And when I focus on this research question, I found this is very interesting to locate the historical analysis as well. I want to say the Indian hijra scholarship is not perfectly fit to understand the Bangladesh contextual hijra scholarship at all. Because there is a significant difference. As we all know, there is a religious difference, there is a cultural setting is very different. So the understanding of hijra and their living life is also very different. My research epistemology was postmodernism, because I don't want to say that this is a one-person story, or I don't want to make a homogeneous story of hijra, a homogeneous perception of hijra. I found hijra can be very fascinating. The understanding of hijra, even the person who claims themselves I am a hijra, this is not enough to be a hijra. Rather, in Bangladesh, being a hijra is really very significant, a community identity. It's a communal identity, very much related. And it's also very important when you enter into the community. Because of your community, to enter into the community, you need to get a discipleship, find a guru, and have a ritual called hajra, and only then you are able to enter the hijra community. So also, hijra is a hierarchical community. In the top of the community called Mukhia, and then it's called Naik, and then it's called Guru and Chala. So the top is Mukhia. And this hierarchy is not only about that you can just take, after a period of time, you will rank up with the community. Rather, it's connected with social status, it's connected with networking, it's connected with money, it's connected with the depth of the guru as well. That means I cannot be a naik until or unless my guru died. I can only be a naik when my guru died, and I have to pay all of his due in his living time, and I have to perform a ritual which is called lalsara. Only then I can turn into from guru to a naik. So this is a procedure usually happening Bangladeshi hijra community. Now my question is that people used to understand that hijra, there is a very common discourse, like some people are claiming that hijra is a quote-unquote sex category, some people are claiming that it's a third gender category, some people claiming that it's a cultural category, and some people claiming that it's a religious category as well, or working class category. According to my research, I found hijra is a very intersectional community. You cannot define hijra only as a sex category, because in Bangla, in language, in 2013, the hijra people in Bangladesh, they got the legal recognition from the government. But before that, there is a historical connotation to being deprived or being how they alienated. That's very important. So put on that light, I would like to say, if you go for 15 BC in India, the great India, when there's no dividation, hijra has been located into the religious script. In the religious script, we have found they have some spiritual power and something like when you go for Mahabharata, Ramayana, you can find Shikandi, there are a couple of the characters, which character shows that there is a diversified gender practice happen in this area. And then during the Mughal is that many people say the castrated people, the Khoja people. But this is a very important. I want to look at the Khojas are not only a part of the Muslim culture at all. Khoja has been significantly a part of Chinese culture as well. And Khoja is in the Chinese code, you have to castrate the penis for showing the devotion to the courtly culture. So that is Khoja culture. So Khojas are not only the people who are only work as a guardian of the harem. Though discursively we located that Khojas are only a guardian of the harem. But if we're going through the historical research, I have found Khoja has lots of significant role during the Mughal period. Why? There is a term in Bangla, people is a Ujir and Najib. There is a term called Najib. The Babur has created a post, Najib, only a non-binary person, and particularly who claim that Hijra or someone who going through castration, or maybe not. That person can be a Najib. And Najib is a part of courtly culture, Mughal courtly culture. And that's why those people has been titled as a Khoja Sarasis. So Hijra and Khoja Sarasis. In this Khoja Sarasis job is not only within the harem khana, rather they are directly work with the Mughal. They are collecting information. They are part of the diplomatic culture, and this Khoja Sarasis was very significant for the royal court. But unfortunately, what happened during the British period, this you can go through the two books. One is Hinch's books, another one is Moushumi Chatterjee's books. As a historical evidence has been found that during the British Empire, when the Mughal court has been falling down, at that moment, the British Empire has introduced the CTA Act, 1871 Criminal Trial Act. And that CTA Act, what happened? That CTA Act will say all these Khojas, Hijras, Khoja Sarasis, whoever, they are termed as all of them as a eunuch. So there is a significant little difference. That was not a homogeneous group. But the CTA, British people, what they did, they put all them into a one box, which is called eunuch. And this eunuch has been legalized. That section number 23, 31 and 32, it has been said that according to CTA, if any male-bodied person are getting any dress-up, women dress-up, they are not allowed to do it. Male-bodied person are not allowed to dance and singing in the street. Any of such eunuch person are not allowed to adopt any child. Any of this eunuch person are not allowed to inherit or having a property right. So that act made them as a kidnapper and as a castrator. So the discourse of gender diversity all of a sudden has been changed through this act, CTA Act, and this hegemonized and alienation has been practiced thoroughly even in contemporary Bangladesh as well, and I think India as well to some extent, because we are fighting for legalizing. So making Hijra, they are making Hijra a legal category as well. So their categorization itself is very problematic. And this is very influential as well. What happened? After 1947, when Bangladesh was a part of Pakistan, Ayub Khan also followed this ban or followed this legal accusation as well. But Pakistani Khoja Sarasis, the people who call Khoja Sarasis or Khojas, they had a protest in front of the Ayub Khan's mom's house. They did not meet Ayub Khan. Rather, they meet Ayub Khan